Now, you did an article about O extensions for the Immigration Letters Toolbox magazine. Thank you for that. There's two aspects to these extensions. There's the actual meat and potatoes of an O and the criteria and the re-adjudication of things, new itineraries, which is a big headache. And then there's the actual extension of status, Immigration 101, which is troublesome. And so you made some good points. What have you been seeing? Any trends recently that have been bothering you, or just things you noticed on the O1 extensions?
So, one trend I've noticed is the government sometimes they can just differentiate between a 1 year extension on an O versus a 3 year extension. I mean, by the statutes, if you look at the stats and regs, a 3 year O should only be extendable 1 year at a time. Now, a lot of times, as a matter of practice, me and a lot of other attorneys put in a 3 year extension request for an O.
Mhm.
And we can do that on the theory that it's a new contract and not just necessarily an extension of the old contract. You know, you
Yeah.
include a new contract, and if you're going to go with this route, you should also include a new consultation letter and everything.
Mhm.
But you know, if we're making these 3 year extensions, it also kind of opens us up to the government's argument that this is no longer owed as much deference under this new deference policy memo, right? That
Yeah.
deference policy memo was strictly for extensions, and if you're asking for 3 more years as a new contract, so it's kind of splitting a hair that they weren't splitting when I first got into the game. You know,
Yeah.
I know that's only 5 6 years ago, but a lot of changes have happened in that time.
It's so
So
pivotal to get the 3 years. I know some people sometimes send in consular processing to get the 3 years, but you have a re-adjudication, and you never know what's going to happen when someone's looking at these things. I mean, like there's so many cases in L's and O's where someone has it for years and years, to two or three extensions, and all of a sudden they're like, no, we don't buy it anymore. Like, wait, for 5 years I've been like extraordinary. All of a sudden now I'm not. Like, how does that happen?
yeah,
They've
that's
only gotten better and better.
capricious.
I'm sorry.
It's arbitrary and
Yeah,
capricious. I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
Have you been filing lawsuits yourself? Have you had to?
I have, yeah, that's one of the things that I love to do. It really lets you, kind of flex your creativity, and honestly, I've been doing it always with mind of the big lawsuit in my eyes, that Jay Treaty one, so I'm
Yeah,
just always gearing up every
prepping.
one. In fact, recently I started working with another lawyer, kind of doing back end work, drafting motions for summary judgment on his cases, and,
Mhm.
you know, government doesn't wanna answer all of these. I think that's kind of a big
Yeah,
thing that we're looking at when we sue, and I've seen a lot of success, so I enjoy doing it. And that's
and
why
it's
I don't like my clients to consular process, because then if something goes wrong,
yeah,
they're stuck overseas, jurisdiction's gonna be hard to get, so
reviewability, all that kind of stuff pops
mm,
up. Yeah. So, they had statistics. Some group did, and like immigration lawsuits have just exponentially jumped up in the last 3 or 4 years. It's been kind of crazy.